Canada has a new man in charge of the money. Joe Oliver was sworn in as finance minister after Jim Flaherty's surprise resignation yesterday. Oliver is a former investment banker. He most recently served as natural resources minister. And at age 73, he's taken on a big job at a precarious time. Just yesterday, the head of the Bank of Canada gave a gloomy forecast, saying slower than normal growth may be the new norm for Canada, and our dollars slipped below 89 cents today. So what did Joe Oliver have to say? Well, nothing. As Jacques Bourbeau reports, his swearing in was quick and furtive.
It had the air of a secret clandestine meeting. Prime Minister Stephen Harper arrived at Rideau Hall to swear in his new finance minister, his armored SUV pulling right up to the front doors, allowing him to enter unseen by the assembled media cameras.
Can we get some comments from you behind the big SUV?
And that set the tone for the day. Inside, with no media cameras allowed, Joe Oliver was sworn in as Canada's new finance minister, Greg Rickford taking over his old job as natural resources minister. The Prime Minister's office did tweet out photos of the swearing in and issued a news release. Harper saying his new finance minister will continue the government's work to create jobs, strengthen the Canadian economy, and balance the budget by 2015. Afterwards, Harper again was careful to stay hidden, climbing into his SUV, leaving Rideau Hall without saying a word.
If it's such a great day, why won't you talk about it?
We did see Joe Oliver, but he too had nothing to say. If Oliver and the Prime Minister didn't want to talk about the cabinet shuffle, the opposition sure did. NDP leader Thomas Mulcair first taking aim at the ceremony itself.
I do find it a bit amusing that they had a secret swearing-in ceremony. It's like it's a cult.
Mulcair going on to say Joe Oliver is the wrong man for the job.
Joe Oliver has a record of making things up, of insulting people from environmentalists to First Nations, and frankly, his appointment is an embarrassment to Canada.
Oliver takes over after Jim Flaherty did a lot of the heavy lifting in the past few years, reducing the deficit and balancing the budget. But all that means, says this expert, is Oliver has a new set of problems to deal with, like sluggish economic growth.
He's got to articulate a message between now and 2015. What is going to bring back growth? So far, the free trade agreements haven't done it. So far, the tax cuts haven't done it. What is going to generate growth and therefore jobs?
So what's Oliver's plan to boost economic growth? Well, the only man who can answer that wasn't talking here today. Jacques Bourbeau, Global News, Ottawa.